All right. Good morning. Good morning. How's everyone doing? It is another awesome, amazing day. 5 a.m. everywhere, anywhere. And upstate New York, Dr. Rob Kiltz. How you doing? Shar, good morning. Jason, good morning. Aunt Ellie, good morning. Yanil, good morning. George, MD, good morning, my friend. Let's see. Vargoic, good morning. Bevy, good morning. Hugs and kisses. Switzerland, Sabine Stuckey, Sabina, good morning. Sybil, Shaw, Jason, another awesome, amazing day. Thank you, God, Lord, Creator, for the day. What are you reading? What are you thinking? What are you watching? What are you listening to? I hope you're listening to Kiltzy in the morning, right? And let's see, we're reading Sean Baker's book, The Carnivore Diet. And also, I've been listening to David Goggins' book, Never Finished, but that's coming up next. If you want to do one or more, Michelle, good morning. How you doing? Jeanette, good morning. It's a beautiful day. Rick, hey Rick, how you doing? I keep, it's like sometimes I need the short one. Ourancestorsfoods.com. Sandra Lee, good morning. Another great day. Rose, Tanner, Kenneth, Gail, Angela, good morning. How's everyone doing this beautiful day? How was your beautiful Sunday? Doesn't matter the day of the week. It's God's gift to all of us, the day, right? So we're listening like it should have been something different, but it was the perfect way it was supposed to be. Romaine, good morning. And Ripsh, how you doing? From Poland. This shack is very good. Thank you for your daily. The shack. This, listen again, what it's the palace, right? We are living in the temple. This is the temple. That is the temple, right? And the temple is the way you want to think about living your life, right? Amusement parks, let's see, amusement parks, Yugos, and pigs, cows, and sheep. We are not. We are the temple, the lion, and the Ferrari, right? George V, good morning. Tucson, Arizona. I'm coming out, George. I'm coming out. Let's see. Every day, Michelle B474, Amber Lee. Good morning. How you doing? Let's see. Mortgage experts do. Let's see. We all need a mortgage of life, right? This is borrowed time, right? We're borrowing this thing. We're borrowing these things, but the real thing is the spiritual energy that vibrates within all of us. That's a simple answer, right? Don from Melbourne, Australia. Say hi to my good friends, Anthony Chafee. Let's see, L. Marie. Let's see, Gary Fedke. I haven't interviewed Paul Mason yet, but I'm excited to do it. Brilliant physician. Share some really great energy and ideas. Let's see, Kelly Elaine Connor. How you doing? Hazel Mendez, Alexandra. It's a gorgeous day, Nikki. All right, so let's see. Let food be thy medicine, and other heresy. Right. I am continuously impressed by the ever-growing list of conditions that we discover are alleviated by the change in diet. Now, again, Mediterranean, carnivorian, vegetarian, vegan, pescatarian, wherever you want to go for it. But Ron Rodriguez in the house. But if what you're doing isn't working and you still have to go to your doctor and get a drug or a dissection, maybe you might want to look at carnivore. It is kick-ass amazing, right? Let's see. The morning vibes and inspiration. All right. Stepping stones. Life's ups and downs provide windows of opportunity to determine your values and goals. Think of using all obstacles as stepping stones to build the life you want. But what you need to do is imagine the life you're living is part of God's gift to the working mechanism of the fantastic, right? The challenge is if you're thinking in the negative of all of the things that you're dragging along, right? You got to drag it. But if you can imagine that it's all the energy to give you the next level, bingo, that is it. All right. By the way, that was Marcia Sinitar. All right, headed to Sarasota today. Awesome, Kelly. Go enjoy. Let's see. I was supposed to go this weekend, but it didn't happen. Tia went, and I stayed home in upstate. All right. The carnivore diet and chronic disease. Right. Let's see. Bait Kali Metov, Bed Narzek, Pierce Corky. I think I got it. Let's see. Ooh, is she? Is she 1, 2, 3? I'm working on the names. They're a little challenging for Kiltz some days. Years of taking care of patients. This is Sean Baker. Taking care of patients that most chronic diseases don't go away. Instead, they slowly worsen over time, right? Admit that I'm biased. Baker's biased, right on, right? Let's see. Meat-based diets can help alleviate issues caused by anything. That's the amazing one here, right? Let's see. ADHD, bipolar disorders, dental caries, alcohol dependence, boils, depression, amenorrhea, bulimia, dermatofibroma, anemia, candidiasis, diabetes mellitus, angina, carpal tunnel syndrome, diverticulitis, ankylosing spondylitis. Let's see, cholelithiasis, diverticulosis. These are just a list of all the diseases that on carnivore, like, vanish in so many cases, right? Let's see. Mally, T.S. Young, Atlas, Stephanie. Is that right? Let's see. Joy Caring. Good morning to the lionesses and the lions. Eating to Thrive. MSW. MSW? Meat, salt, water. That's Kiltz's new way. MSW, meat, salt, water, the ultimate cleansing nutritional way. I put away my ice cream, my fries of any significance or frequency, even eliminated for now. I'm off coffee. Like, if Kiltz can get a coffee, he can even stop the French fries from time to time, the martini from time to time, and certainly focus on the number one thing: meat, salt, water, right? And ultimately, we're out of the salt water of the worlds, right? We're out of the oceans. That's where it all comes from. William, how you doing? I'm fatty. Well, Marla Cat, how you doing? You see, fat is the fuel for the Ferrari. We do not use sugar for muscle cells energy. We use it for glycosylation along with the brain. This idea that sugar, we've got it wrong, right? Esther, right? The deuterium, we're depleting deuterium today. Sandy Neal, good morning to all. All right. So let's see: autism, Crohn's, erectile dysfunction, fatty liver, irritable bowel, rosacea, fibromyalgia, juvenile rheumatoid arthritis, all these things. Zippo gone on carnivore. Good morning, Steph. How you doing? Start the keto and carnivore diet. I'm 41, low AMH, high FSH. Listen, any day of the week for the rest of your life, you are a lion. You've been a lion, you are a lion, you will be a lion, you're a lion all the way, right? Never not a lion. So this is the crazy concept and idea. How do you do it? You got to get, where's my book? Where's Kiltz? Oh, there it is. You might start here, right? And we're going to get rid of the fries in here. I decided that I love Saladino, but fruits and honey, like fries of any significance or frequency, not good. A little bit from time to time, but you go carnivore, it's a fatty meat. You got to eat the fatty meat. And that will absolutely help you with lower your FSH, raise your AMH. I've seen so many women suddenly conceive on that one. Remember, the most important thing in the universe is reproduction, right? We're all reproducing, all of us, right? All right, let me get to the chat on the Mighty Tribe. All right. Let's see. I'm keen to know what answer also. What was the question? I go higher fats. What about parasites? Parasites are deadly for us. You see, bacteria, yeast, viruses, parasites, let's see, bugs and spiders and all those things, and plants. They want you to be fertilizer. We're their food. That's the craziness, right? But it will absolutely help, Stephanie, for sure. Saying keto ages you permanently. Well, again, but let's see. Fruits and vegetables. I know. So somehow I think I think someone's paying Saladino, right? Someone's paying him. And even Stephen Gundry, the plant paradox, like the Mediterranean way. Again, you can eat these things from time to time, but most of the time, they're going to take you down. That's the craziness, right? We know that plant sugars glycation damages us. Keto is kick-ass amazing, but carnivore is the master class. And just check out Baker, right? Sean is the leader in the carnivore pack. We know that. And we're not going to mess around with, right? You don't want to mess around with Baker, right? He's the strong man of the universe. But again, you don't have to have those muscles to be healthy and well, right, Sandra Lee? You just need to do a little bit of pumping iron. Get up out of bed, do some push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, but life ups, right? Like sugary sweets. How do you combat that, Stephanie? I love sugary sweets too, but you're going to move into the next level, slow and easy, right? Don't listen. Throw out 99.999% of that stuff, or 100%, but ultimately, like even for me, a little bit of my ice cream, I think is okay. A little bit of white sugar from time to time, but not all the time, right? Let's see. Read the book Sugar Crush by Dr. Jacoby. I haven't, Petra, not yet. I'll put that on the book list, right? Doing this for a month, and I'm headed for beta at 43. Again, it is. I've seen so many moms just show up when everyone said no way. I was in Albany on was it Friday last week, and I ran into a gal there, and it was like, Dr. Kiltz, oh my God. Well, she said that she went to another center, and that said, and she was already 41 or 2, and said, it'll never happen, right? You need donor eggs, right? Came to CNY and Kiltzy and the team, and bingo, a baby. And now she's back for her second one. Never, ever, ever, ever lose hope. God's got this. It's another God day, Ann Ritchie, right? So how do you get rid of the sweet stuff? Focus on the meat, salt, and water. MSW, meat, salt, water. That is the way every day, right? All right. Let's see. Malcolm was here a minute ago. I don't know. He must have stepped out. Cut down the ice cream 2 times a week, was eating. I know, Sandy, you listen, you got to get even the cream, right? Bacon, eggs, butter, beef, intermittently feasting, salt. That's the really best Kiltz's way, the baby's way. You could throw in some ice cream from time to time, but the most of the time, it's really meat, salt, water. Meat, salt, water. See, as the brain keeps on thinking of this, right? 100% elimination of sweets. Be done with it, right? Kiltz is on. See, I'm going to be 67 March 12th. I can't believe how young I feel. I'm getting younger and younger and younger, right, Steph? And AMH goes up, FSH down, but stop measuring all the numbers. You want to imagine the thing that you desire as if it already is, and it will be that or better, right, Sandy? Let's see, the sugar, what is it called? The Sugar Crush by Jack O. Jacoby. There's so many great books, right? Remember this: plants, viruses, bacteria, yeast, and parasites are all like, we're just food, right? Every other organism, we're just food, right? Milazzo, how you doing? DNA Fox, how you doing? Ronnie Lenka, good morning to you, my friend. A beautiful day. Gundry, Mercola, Axe, Sisson all have huge followings and encourage plants. Definitely being paid. Ultimately, it's about the money machine, right? The money machine, right? Again, money is not the bad thing. And now again, plenty of people eat plants. So since that's the majority, certainly they're going to have the majority of the followers, right? But I would say you want to, for some reason, they contain foreign glycans that want to kill us. The foreign glycans want to take us down, right? The spike protein of COVID virus has a sugar molecule. Those sugar molecules are what induce inflammation. That's it. All right. Let's see. All the diseases that we list in medicine are improved and or cured on the basic carnivore way. That's it. Tanner, thank you so much. Sahara, how you doing, my friend? Spacklin, good God morning. Stevie and Squirrel, what is the poison? Ketox fool themselves with, listen, I will rarely do a sugar, but some people are like, I never do it. Sean Baker is steak. That's it. What age can a woman get pregnant naturally? 90 something? I don't know that I know that, right? Like, is there always going to be someone that's going to get to that next age, right? What is the oldest woman that's conceived naturally? Well, why don't you be that one if that's what you wish, right? Love surge, like, how do you come throw them out? Stephanie, gone. Zach Bangus, Haunted Museum. Lily, how you doing? Ribeyes on the weekend, done in air fryer. Next best thing to BBQing. Love them. Let's see. So what does Kiltz have, right? So what's Kiltz's way? It's my butter. This is my good stuff. And you know, what's better than that, right? This is my dry aged ribeye. And I'll eat a little bit of butter, but meat, salt, water. All right, Linda Denton, good morning to you. There these ideas that we're all, so are we working for money or working for the mastery of your life? To help others, right? To create moms and dads, brothers and sisters, right? That's what this life is about. Charming. I just came from the gym. I want to eat, feel hungry in my mind, screaming pizza. I want to eat healthy. It's so simple. Get yourself some bacon, eggs, some steak and eggs. And salt. Elena, how you doing, my friend? It's a beautiful day in God's paradise. God's paradise, right? And you want to give love, kindness, generosity, hope to everything in your universe. Remember, we're talking about your universe because you're the creator of your universe. We all look at the same thing and we have different opinions of it, right? So it's a choice of what you think of the things, and that's what he gave us, right? How long should it take to lose 20 kilograms? Well, it depends. If there's a famine, you have no access to food, you're running a 100-mile race, or you're simply working to enjoy the day. So, some people will lose a pound a day, half a pound a day. And it all depends. What are you eating? What are you thinking? What's the mission, right? You want to look like this, or do you want to look like, like whatever, but love the way you look, right? Sandra Lee, but love the way you look and envision the look you want it to be as you're working in the gym or you're out on the trail of life. Never, ever, ever give up, but always give it up to God because God's got this, right? It's all a choice. Fat from steaks when it's soft and crunchy. I cannot stomach. So just cook it up a little bit more. I think that's where the air fryer comes in for a lot of people. Ronnie, again, Ronnie, yes. Let's see. I'm a, let's see. Oh my gosh, you guys make it a little challenging. I want to look fat. Look at again, fat is not the cause of disease. The cause of disease is a plant-based low animal fat diet. That's the simple story. And I will bet $1 billion on that one, right? Bedtime, California. Jamie, good night to you. Sweet dreams. Remember, though, the dreams are of which you wish to be and have and live in life. And that's why I always put pictures up. And I learned to fly airplanes because I had a vision board with airplanes. And then I put jets on the wall and I learned to fly and bought a jet. So you are capable of everything and anything. This week's book is we're finishing up. We're on chapter, what chapter are we on? We're on chapter, I think, 7 chapter 7 of Baker's book on carnivore diet, right? Let's see. In the morning after emptying our bowels, I weigh 78. At the end of the day, at night, I weigh 80. Look at, you're thinking I'm supposed to be the exact same weight all the time. Remember, you drink water, you breathe air, you eat food. Some of it's held on a little longer than others. Sometimes you burn a little bit more. Remember, carbon dioxide you're letting out, it's got weight to it also, right? Hey, love you, my friend. Perfecting Saints 1. Thank you, my friend. We love you also. So again, the next book is going to be Never Finished by David Goggins. He's got some hard shit he's sharing. It's hard shit. All right. The list of the diseases that go away on carnivore are infinite. That's the amazing story, right? It's normal. Let's see. Erin, how you doing? What's your age and how do you manage to look so hot, fit, tight muscles at this age? Well, I'm 67 this March 12th, and I do a little bit of this, but mostly I eat like a lion, not like a pig, cow, or sheep. But I also I read the spiritual texts that human beings have shared of the gods forever. It's always faith in God first. It's faith, fertile fatty foods, and the fitness is go about your life doing the things that you want to grow and learn and create. If you're carrying around worry will take you down. But if you focus on the wonder of what God has gifted you this day, that's how I do it. But I get on my bike a little bit in the morning. I did a little bit this morning. I do a little bit of the heavy lifting. I was listening to David Goggins, but I listen to books. I will watch stories that inspire me and listen to people like you, Charming. Let's see, Ronnie. Let's see. How many meals a day? I typically eat one meal a day. I might have 1 or 2 snacks, but I stick to 1 meal a day. That's the steak meal a day, right? And that has made me feel so much better. Let's see. Does breathing out while working out burn fat? Well, you're always burning fat, my friends. Everything you do is burning fat. You don't burn sugar for energy. Sugar is not the energy for the mitochondria, nor is it the energy for the muscles. Now, glucose, sugars are just another glycan, which is critical for glycosylation. So take a look at our stuff. There's a lot there. All right. The pain becomes manageable again, but it never really goes away, right? So the chronic diseases of pain, that is, you see, we've all been duped to think that we're going to get older and we're going to get crotchety and we're going to go down like this, right? It's just a natural progression, right? But maybe we should be like this and then like that when we soar to the heavens of life. But ultimately, we've been duped. Love the God energy. Thank you, Perfecting Saints. You see, we've been duped to believe that God is not within you. that God is somewhere else, right? But God is within all of us. We have the energy of the gods, the vibrational energy of the gods, and it's what you think. And how do you think? Well, you got to format the hard drive with some really good shit, right? You got to put the good shit in there. And that's why it's so important to read, listen, watch something that's going to inspire you, right, Charming? But absolutely, every time you breathe, carbon dioxide. Well, how does that happen? Well, Esther and Laszlo Boros in Deuterium Depleted, remember, we're burning fat. That's it. You're burning fat. Fat is broken down, acetyl-CoA, CO2, H2O, and ATP. Get on it, right? A Ferrari and I am a Peterbilt semi-truck. I love it, George. How can I eat one handful of food 6 foot? No, your hand's likely bigger than mine anyway. But listen, eat to satiety when you're eating bacon, eggs, butter, beef, salt. To satiety, you're fine with that one, right? I just happen to eat about a fistful of food a day. Now, some days it's 2 fistfuls, but I don't like struggle to like, well, I need my macros and I need this, and it's 60-40 or 70-30. My God, friends, no other animal in the universe is counting its macros or getting on a scale every day or checking its sugars all the time. F that, right? Come on. When you instill the beauty of life within the mind, you don't need to search for the answers. You got them there already. Extremely ravenous, hungry, grilling 3-pound porterhouse steak and 6 eggs for BF. Awesome. Listen, George, I'm not telling you that I know what you should eat. And everyone that says grams per kilogram, we're making it up. That's it. Linda Denton. Let's see. If you still have your period, can you still theoretically get pregnant? Yeah, because that means you're still making some estrogen. The LH and FSH from the brain is stimulating the ovaries to say, hey, do you think we can catch a sperm today? Let's go on. Let's catch some sperm, right? Interesting. The sperm head is covered with glycans. So is the egg. It's got these roses on it, these flowers, right? So the sperm is trying to show some flowers, right? And then she's got her perfume, and then they meet, and whether it's a boy or a girl embryo, that's up to the gods. But the idea is so amazingly simple. We are covered by sugar, but we have no requirement to ever eat the sugar. That's it. Erhan, how you doing? Does going out to eat carnivore gives heartburn sometimes? Well, what are you eating with the steak? But a little bit is kind of normal if you're a plant eater. But when you're an animal eater, you're an animal. You ever heard that? You're an animal. Yeah. Eat the meat, you'll feel so much better. Too much. Sending again, if you eat to like, oh, I can't eat anymore. I cook my steak, and I cook more, and quite commonly I'm taking it home. Well, I'm eating it mostly at home. But if you're in Syracuse, lemongrass, what does Kiltz eat? Just ask them that, right? Ronnie, how you doing? Real champagne, eating like a cat, not a cow. That's it, Sandra. Worried. What are you worried about? Low ox, grandma. Wonder. You see, that's where you need to read. All right. I always got my books all over the place, right? Take stock of those who were negative forces in your past and search for ways in which their actions might have been a blessing in disguise. You see, God's the one that's got this and doing all the work. You think the negative, as you labeled it, is God's punishment. It's not. It's him working you out, right? Let's come on. It's like kneading the clay. When you open up the bag of clay, you got to knead it to soften it up and to get the air out. Then I put it on the wheel, and then I throw the beautiful cup or pot or plate or whatever, right? When one eats out, you're eating whatever they prepare in the meat. Well, right on. It's probably a seed oil, unless you request. That's so critical and important, right? Absolutely. And was it sitting next to some plants, right? And is it possible that it was kind of like they put some vegetables on the plate, right? And you say, well, I don't eat those. But if they touch them, Tonbo, how you doing? It could be deadly, deadly, deadly. All right. All right. Change, dietary change. I even know of people who canceled joint replacement surgeries because their joints had completely stopped hurting. According to conventional medical science, that's not what's supposed to happen. Okay, this is Sean Baker's book, Carnivore Diet. Get a copy of the book, download the Kindle, read it. Even if it's later on, read it. Focus on love, right? Focus on love, not worry. It wants your morning routine. Let's see. What? Okay. So I go to bed at 9, up at 3 a.m. I get into my studio. I get on my bike, just 15, 20 minutes. I'm listening to a positive book. I'm watching a positive story, right? And from there, I'm doing you got to do some of the heavy lifting, right? And you gotta move the joints. You got to get them moving. I get in my cold shower after my shave and my short haircut. I do it myself. It's easy. And I get in my cold shower, and then I get on my way to the office. And here I'm in Syracuse at CNY Fertility Center in Syracuse, and then I start doing some reading, some meditation, some prayer. Then I get on live at 5. At 6 a.m., I start talking to my patients from all over the globe who are seeking to be fertile, have a baby, build a family, either single, married, couple, different, musing people all over the globe. That's Kiltz's general way. Were you ever overweight? Well, I never considered myself overweight, but I did. Let's see, I'm about 145 to 50 now. I was like 185 to 90. And it was like, but I went on a journey of Atkins and then paleo and then keto, but I was a massive runner and biker. I don't do any of that anymore. I do light bike, light weights, 3 to 5 times a week. I mostly eat steak, and it's it. Meat, salt, water. That's the way. Thank you so much, and not too bad, right? I put a little bit of gel on it, and that's about it. And to get this color, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and I hope you're having a beautiful, awesome day. The book of the week, Tonbo, is Sean Baker's book, The Carnivore Diet. And we're going to be doing Goggins' book, Never Finished. Is that it? Yeah, right. Why do Christians fast this time of year until Easter? Let's see. Well, fasting is lasting, and it's a spiritual experience to build the strength to focus on the challenges and the hardships that all of us go through. Right, William? LA County. What's the book of the week? We got that. Linda Denton. Good morning, William Woodson. One eats out. Again, when you eat out, you have to specify exactly what you want and ask them the question. Ask the question. How do you cook that? Or tell them, I want it cooked this way. That's okay. I get mine black and blue, and some butter on the side, some salt. Amazing. Light activity is the right way. Again, you don't have to do this hard stuff. You don't have to do the hard pumping, right? You don't have to be this, be that. Again, your size doesn't matter. It's not the cause of disease. The cause of disease, I'm sorry, is simply a plant-based low animal fat diet. Is that not stupidly simple? That's right. Again, this idea that fat causes disease is not true. Perfecting saints. I do eat eggs, but not that commonly, actually. Let's see. All right. You don't have to eat too much, right? This idea. Now, if there's a famine coming, you want to build up the fat because that's what it's meant to be, right? Diet is Batman and exercise is Robin. Tonbo. That's it, right? It's all about eat the meat, the fatty meat, salt, water. Bingo. Meat, salt, water. Bingo. Simple, easy, the way. Right on. No, I don't eat much. All right, now I've got to find my one other book. Did I take it home? Oh, there it is. I got it. I got to look on. I got two books that I always got to pull, and we're going to finish Baker's book in just a minute. But I got to go to Every Day. It is now the 20th. Is that it? And meet me in Denver this coming Friday, the low carb Denver. It's going to be the 24th, 25th, 26th. Come up and say hi to Kiltz. I'm moderating on Sunday. And my good friend Ben Azadi is going to moderate Sunday morning, and I'm moderating Sunday night. All right, let's see what I got here. It is the 20th of February. When you expect the best, you release a magnetic force in your mind, which by law of attraction tends to bring the best to you. Isn't that amazing, right? You have to imagine the best always. And in that, God will deliver that or better. What you have to know is whatever shows up is part of the plan. And this idea that should never happen, it happens according to the gods. Right on, right? 2 weeks OMAD and carnivore, weight stays same. And I see clothes fit loose though. Again, because you're leaning it up. Remember, the belly, the fat is the storage fuel, right? That's your fuel tank. See, people, they make metabolism complicated. It is so effing simple. Fat is the fuel for the mitochondria, period. You either eat fat or you make fat. You eat fat, animal fat goes to the lymphatics, distributed everywhere because that is the fuel for the Ferrari. And guess what happens when you eat amino acids, proteins, and simple sugars, carbohydrates? They go to the liver via insulin, converted to, guess what? Fat, right? And then they talk about glycogen. I'm storing it as glycogen. My friends, we've never measured glycogen. You don't even know what your glycogen is doing anyway, right? It may just be another glycobiome, glycans, right? Are for the glycosylation. That's it. All right. Let's see. All right. The most problematic things. Oh, I know. Recently, Dr. Baker spoke with Dr. Toth. He told him about the work he and his colleagues are doing about intestinal permeability, leaky gut. You heard about leaky gut? All right. Toth has found changing the components of the diet markedly affects the intestinal permeability. And the most problematic things we ingest are plant oils, medication, supplements. And I'm going to add also, again, all the plants, which are the predators, right? Fran Klein, how you doing? Let's see. Imagination is the key to manifestation. We were created in the image, the imagination of the gods. 3 magic words. I am, you are, we are, all is God, right? This is a God day every single day, right? Let's see. Jocks, defend twins. Awesome. Wow. Let's see. How do you survive on one meal? What time do you eat? At night. Charming. Listen, you can go days. You can go minutes without air, days without water, and weeks and months without food. We are built to hunt. But the hunt, you have become the hunted because you are a domesticated animal, and domesticated animals eat, ta-da, but lions, wolves, polar bears, they are the master hunters, right? And they eat the meat, and we've been duped to eat the mush. Simple, simple, simple. Right on. I eat at night. What is glycogen? Glycogen, charming. Glycogen is a polysaccharide. Technically, all these glucose molecules are attached to a protein that they say is there to provide the sugar for production of ATP, fast energy. I bet that's wrong. I'll bet that glycogen is there for the glycosylation of those proteins, which are happening at the speed of light. Whew. That's it. Let's see. When you heal your gut permeability issues, leaky gut, you will then reduce your TNF alpha, your interleukin, IL-6. Autoimmune symptoms begin to resolve, right? The inflammation in our body is due to fruit, fiber, vegetables, seeds, nuts, bacteria, yeast, viruses, and parasites. Right on. Pregnancy Safe Cosmetics. Got to go. Have an awesome day. And check out my friends, Pregnancy Safe Cosmetics. Lots of really great information there. Eggs are okay on carnivore. The yolk is lower in deuterium. Right on. Remember, we're here to learn. Join the Deuteronomics course with Laszlo Boros. There's a link on my website. Do something hard, right? Make some hard-boiled eggs. That's it. Good morning, John Wilbur. How you doing, my friend? All right, glycogen. See, if you look, let's see if I've got the page. You guys don't even want to know the mess in my office on my desk. It's organization, though. So, I'll do this. So these are all the sugars that are bound to the proteins that are bound to the lipid layer of the membrane of the sperm cell, but they're also the same for the egg cell, and they're basically the same for every cell of your body. That's the magic of this story. It's the same for every single cell of your body. So glycogen is just another glycan that's critical for glycosylation. My heart is going full carnivore today. Tiffany, meat, salt, water, MSW, meat, salt, water. That's the way. And again, what's your snack? Snack on steak. Oh, you shouldn't snack. Oh, man. Like, does that not look like the very best, most amazing? Whoop. Again, this idea that only one meal, that's just one way, but the very best way is steak, salt, water. But I say meat because some people want to eat lamb, goat, sheep, all right, bison, elk, right? But chicken, there's no fat. Chicken, if you're going to have chicken, make sure it's got all the fat from the drippings and you got the organ meats and you got the skin, right? The dark meat. Why do you get loose skin? Well, remember, we've overstretched our skin because we've overstretched and filled the fat cells. And that's the crazy, amazing story here is that the stretching, a lot of it, most of us will, it'll kind of tighten up again. But this is where cold water therapy, Wim Hof breathing, cold therapy, you got to do it. It's really, really, really great, right? You don't have to go on this like 100-mile run with Goggins. Full gut brings a full life. No, empty gut, full life. And a full gut is making beer in your gut, right? I'm sorry. Right. I better put this away. See, seafood, eat food. Every single day. What are you reading? What are you watching? What are you listening to? What are you marinating your beautiful body and your life? But most of all, you want to focus on faith, love, kindness, generosity. Faith, love, kindness, generosity to those that have wronged you. The way you can right it is see the work of God to strengthen you, but give love and forgiveness to all. That is the crazy trick of the universe. All right. Let's see. TOPS practice successfully treats Crohn's, ulcerative colitis, irritable bowel, Hashimoto's, diabetes type 1 and 2, scleroderma, systemic lupus erythematosus, all of it gone. The carnivore way. Eliminate fruit, fiber, vegetables, seeds, nuts, including cream and butter might be bad for some. That's why it's meat, steak, water. No, meat, salt, water, MSW. I get it, right? Fat and the benefits, please. Joanna Worley. Well, fat is critical for survival. Fat is the only fuel for the mitochondria. Fat, when you eat it, suppresses the microbes in your bowels. Have you ever noticed, Joanna, that butter never molds? Never molds. That's it, right? And if it is, it ain't butter. It's fake, right? And remember, the plant seed oils were never in your diet a nutrition of any significance or frequency, but we were ancient hunters. Okay. We became domesticated and controlled to stand in bread lines, right? To stand in bread lines and soup lines, which were basically just water. They threw in some bread. Okay, maybe it had a little meat, probably not the master's meat, right? Let's see. It's again my pleasure, Linda. All have a great day, everyone. Thanks for stopping in. Again, if it's for a minute, 5 minutes, 50 minutes, appreciate you. Remember this, the spiders, they too want to kill us. The bugs want to kill us, right? All the microbes, they're there. They want to kill us. They want to use you as fertilizer, right? Fertilizer and food. But what we're learning is that the damage of the glycobiome, right? Here's a healthy glycobiome, but then it gets damaged. There's no more mucopolysaccharide layer here, all right? And so now the microbes and the antigens get into your bloodstream, your interstitial spaces, and they go everywhere because they want to take you down, right? They've got a mission. The plants have put them on to this one. All right. We're running out of fertilizer here, right? That's why they used to take the fish and put it into the ground, right? The dead fish to fertilize the plants, right? Ronald, how you doing? Gibson, Jane, how you doing? Fat is broken by which methods or pathways? Please repeat. Charming. All right. Fatty acids. How many of us have no fat? 0. You're dead. Fatty acids are easily cleaved to a 2-carbon molecule called acetyl-CoA in every nook and cranny of your body. All right. That's the simple way, right? But when you lose weight or lose inches, are you losing muscle or are you losing fat? My friends, it's fat. That is it, right? And which pathway? Well, I think the pathways are confusing because you think they're working in isolation. And remember, they're hypothetical, theoretical. They've been deduced by scientific methods. Then someone will give us a story, and then we set out to believe it's more likely than not, but it's only our observations. So fat is broken down by which methods? Well, how is it that why would glucose be the energy when fat is everywhere? And glucose has to go through 5 or 6 pathways to get enzymatic reactions to get to pyruvate and then pyruvate to acetyl-CoA. But what if that only happens in the liver via insulin? What if? You see, we're talking the science of food and metabolism, but what if we're still talking the wrong language? We've got it wrong, right? Which salt? I do Malden. Some people do Redmond, Himalayan salt. I don't know. Low oxy, grandma, and oxygen is the rate limiting factor because you've damaged your microcirculation. The damaged microcirculation, my friend, is going to damage every nook and cranny of your body. That's due to glucose. Plant glycans are foreign particles like the COVID virus or influenza virus or the flu virus, and they are causing inflammatory reactions everywhere, right? Pizza, Black Forest, chocolate, ganache pastry. I listen, from time to time, I'm not a no to any of this stuff, by the way, right? But minimize it to maximize it. And if you're one of those people that I have a little bit, oh my God, right? I have a piece of chocolate and ice cream the other day, right? I am not opposed to these things from time to time. But when you think that chocolate ganache is worse for you than somehow a piece of fruit, we're making that one up too. Uh-uh. All right, Amy, how you doing? All right, Dallas to New York City. Nice. I'll be in Dallas, March like 9th or 10th. Good friends, son's wedding. How important is screening blood testing? How often on Carnivore or on? I don't think it is personally, but whatever you want to do, if you feel great, we have not proven in medicine that we can predict your sicknesses, right? We can't. We're pretty good at saying it's likely to happen. We're all going to die. We're all going to die of either heart disease or cancer, or a Mack truck. I don't know, something out there. But listen, Kiltz does not tell you never to eat fruit, fiber, vegetables, seeds, nuts, pasta, bread, yogurt. Let's see, cookie, candies, or cake. My friends, if you want to enjoy those from time to time, go at it. But if you're doing it on a regular basis, it is not good for you, right? I'll tell you that. Triceps and veins are sexy, charming. Thank you. Listen, you are sexy, right? But you are sexy in whatever size, shape, age, weight, gender, right? You don't have to have these. And again, your life is already the blessing of the universe, the gift, right? All right. Betuski, good morning. Hello, God's creation. Elena, Sandra, Patty, Mick, Craze. How you doing? Glycogen, storage of sugars. My bet is, I wonder if glycogen has more than just glucose. Glucose, galactose, mannose, and acetylglucosamine, and more. All right, Ron, let's see, Leonardo Rodriguez. When we eat carbs, what does body burn? No, it always burns fat. My theory is simple. When you eat plants, sugar, it goes to the liver, and via insulin, it's converted to fat. Because your sugar levels go up, insulin goes up, sugar levels drop, insulin drops. And why? Because fat is the fittest and only fuel for the Ferrari. You do not burn anything else. We've made this complicated story. What if it's so effing simple? So simple, right? Fat is the fuel, period. You make fat in the liver, and the liver's primary job is to make fat out of amino acids and sugars. All the blood flow from the esophagus to the rectum goes to the liver. Why would it do that? Because the liver is the place for production of fat, and fat is not made in fat cells. It's not made in your other cells, and you do not burn sugar in any other cell of your body. Bet $1 billion. Now, I could be wrong. It's okay. But we haven't proven it right that we burn sugar, because if fat is everywhere and sugar is everywhere, and you use your glycogen stores, right? So you burn your glycogen to zero and then you burn fat. Like, it just doesn't make any sense, right? Because you never have zero sugar or zero fat in your body. Never. Brenda, will this diet change my cholesterol such that my cardiologist will find it? Well, why do you have a cardiologist? Because you have cardiac disease because you eat plants. That's all. Fat doesn't cause disease. Plants do. But fat got the blame. What sugar does. And sugar comes from plants. There's nothing about a plant that is somehow good for you. And fiber makes you fart. Sorry. And fart means gas, and gas means alcohol, heat, aldehydes, methane. It will F you up. Sorry about that one, right? Adam, how you doing? Eat right and you'll feel nourished. Sandra Lee, but the right way is bacon, eggs, butter, beef, Kiltz's ice cream from time to time, salt, 1 meal a day. That's the way, right? 2 weeks in, I see morning joint pain is gone. Can swim at gym. I'm telling you, listen, Tell your friends about Kiltz's Keto is Carnivore. Share these ideas, but simplicity. This idea that, well, you burn sugar and you burn fat. F that. You burn fat, and that's where it's at. If you have no fat and there's a famine, your fertilizer, fast, simple, easy, right? Mr. Wicked, total sense. I know, Amy, amazing, right? Very intense. Last time I tried carnivore, felt very depleted in electrolytes. Remember, sugars and plants are drugs that make you feel better, but it's not better, my friends. And when you get rid of the sugars, the plants, you will pump iron. Fantastic. Bart K had Colt on one of Bart K's YouTube, and Colt, carnivore, lifting, running, living, amazing, right? Let's see. Cause the cold disease, and do carnivore stop getting cold disease? Well, are you talking about influenzas and viruses? Listen, no matter what, whether you're carnivore, herbivore, or an omnivore, you cannot stop the microbes from taking us down at some point. Why sometimes over others? I don't know. All right. Let's see. I can't get 5,000 milligrams potassium just for meat. Can't eat 4 pounds of meat a day. Well, again, you are in believing that you have to make some macro limit or level that some nutritionist has said, well, you got to meet these numbers. How about bullshit, right? Lions and bears, go fight them, my friends. You are thinking, again, you're bulking up because you want to build mass, but too much mass is bad. Look at Liver King, right? It's not good, right? A little bit of, you want to work the strength, but you don't need the bulk. You just need to move and groove. Thomas Kalin, how you doing? Let's see. If you think about, I think I've got let me see if I've got I got my papers here. Deadly diet, my friends. My plate is deadly. And then they're trying to tell you need to measure everything, and they're telling you got to make sure you get your right macros in. The last time I looked, no other organism in the universe is measuring its macros. Dubai, Sadiqas, Thomas Kalin again. I'm coming. Give me it. I got, maybe I got it. Maybe I don't. Maybe, baby. All right, here it is. I got it. All right. All organisms have their own barcode, their own glycans, and the glycobiome says you're a cat, a fish, a virus, a bacteria, yeast, but each of them have their own markers. That's the crazy, simple, amazing story here, right? And so sugars are for glycosylation. And when you put excessive sugars in the form of glucose, plant sugars, they're causing immunologic inflammatory reactions that you go, well, what is this, right? Your cholesterol, by the way, is not the cause of disease. Your cells, my friend, are made of, guess what? Fats, cholesterol, phospholipids, all of that, right? All of that. Let's see. Meet me up. Awesome. Ugh, oxalates are deadly. Plants. That's it. Let's see. No, how you doing? Funny. Low grandma. Let's see. Kirby Griffiths Williams. How you doing? Sandra Lee. God bless you. Elena. Love you, my friends. Christian Nurs. Let's see. Lots. Sally K. Norton's got some really great stuff. Now, Sally, though, isn't a carnivore, but, she's pushing low oxalate foods. But in my opinion, this wants you to love it. It wants you to grow it and tender it and change it and improve it and eat it. And while you're doing that, it's controlled you. Coffee, tea, whiskey, wine, beer, and all the sugar drinks you eat, even the fruit and vegetable smoothies are taking you down. That's it. Great start to a fantastic day, Nancy Edwards. How you doing? A great day. Okay. How about a little bit of Marcus Aurelius? All right. You should not be disgusted or lose heart or give up if you are not wholly successful in accomplishing every action according to correct principles. But when you are thwarted, return to the fray and be well contented if for the most part your actions are worthier of human nature. Love that to which you are returning and come back to the philosophy, not as a school teacher, but as those with sore eyes turn to a sponge and white of egg, and another patient to a poultice, and another to fomentations. Fomentations. For in that way, you will not merely make a show of obeying reason, but you will find your rest in it. And remember this, that philosophy wishes nothing other than that what your nature wishes, whereas you were wishing for something else, which is not in accordance with nature. Now, what could be more delightful than to follow nature? Have a good meaty day. See you 7:30 tonight, by the way. Kiltz's Mighty Meetup, 7:30 tonight on the Mighty Tribe. And just go to drkiltz.com, join the Mighty Tribe. It's for free. And if for $60, you can get the 30-day carnivore with the daily inspirations of my new carnivore, Kiltz's Keto is Carnivore. Mr. Wicked, crush the day, enjoy the day, but maybe you want to fertilize it, right? So take care of the vegetarians, vegans, Mediterraneans, right? Take care of them, right? Because they're critical and important to making sure there's plenty of cow's meat, pig's meat, sheep meat, bison meat for all of us. Have an awesome, awesome, awesome day, my friends. God bless to you. What are you reading? What are you watching? What are you listening to? But most of all, know that God is within all of us, right? I could probably go on and 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 on. Carb addictions, daily fight. Listen, if you claim the addiction, you live the addiction. Why don't you claim that you're a lion and you eat fatty meat, salt, and water? Go at it. Have an awesome day. I'm pregnant. Nice. Which salt? I do Malden salt. I love it. Check for pregnancy-friendly cosmetics. Go to Pregnancy Safe Cosmetics. Awesome with Oscron. I think I got her first name right. Faith, love, kindness, generosity in the wicked world where everyone is stabbing the other, killing. But again, somehow God's doing that too. All right. I love you, my friend Tanner. Have a great day. God bless everyone out there. Thanks for stopping in to visit Kiltz in the morning. All right. Let's see. Wicked, George, Nancy, advantage of the disadvantaged, George. And again, I grew up disadvantaged, but through that, you become the fighter, right? You're willing to do the work. You keep at it. You never stop it. So keep going at that. Thanks, sir. Cat 420. Thanks much for stopping in. 17 months, down 120 pounds. Feel amazing. Again, you've got to go on your journey and be you. Awesome, my friends. God bless you.